Hey guys, what is going on? This is Cardinal Bird 5, and today we have episode 4 of our MVP series. Now, real quick, most of you guys chose option A. It was almost, all of you guys, 99% or so. I think only a few said option B. At the time, I didn't realize Hosmer was going to get downgraded and Freddie Freeman get upgraded, so I think it was a pretty easy decision. I would still like to get Jose Fernandez, enough stubs to get either Jose Fernandez or Noah Syndergaard for next game, or maybe even Brett. But anyways, we did add Verlander. This is what our rotation's looking like. We also added a couple guys in our bullpen, Kenley Jansen, the rookie, and Zach Britton. So our bullpen's looking pretty dang strong. And this is going to be our lineup, pretty similar to last game. I think it's almost exactly the same, except I have Adam Jones in, except instead of Fowler, Jones got upgraded today, so I'm going to play him versus righties, and I'll probably play Azuna versus lefties, but this is what our lineup's looking like. So let's go ahead and get into the game. So we are pitching Dickey, opponent is pitching Fernandez. And we get our first batter of the game to a 1-2 count, throw a nice knuckleball, and
Bruh.
Yeah, we get a crap animation. They need to take that animation out of the game. I don't know, that animation serves no purpose. So he gets a runner on, pretty much by an error. Next batter of the game, I get him to pop up to Sandoval, so we do have one down there. It looks like he's struggling a little bit with Dickey, I can tell already. He does have Reggie Stalker in his lineup, so he has a pretty good lineup. And we get him to roll over to second base. Still takes his time over there, but we do get out of the inning, allowing no runs. Now, this first inning, I do want to show this. He got the first two batters out. He had the shift on. I just wanted to let you guys know that if you have the shift on and your opponent shows bunt and you don't do anything about it, that's kind of on you. I wasn't trying to look at the bunt there. I was just trying to be patient, but I was just showing him that, hey, you get the shift on, so I might be able to bunt against this. And the next batter, A-Rod, gets a single up the middle, so that's going to be 2,500 stubs right there. We have two on the bottom of the first, and we have Edmonds coming up next. And Edmonds had a heck of a game. We get it to a full count here. I was taking a lot of pitches early. 2-2 count right here. And Fernandez comes with a hanging curveball. I was a little out in front, fouled it off. We get to a 2-2 count, though. And Fernandez goes inside, middle in. Edmonds rips a nice single to center field. Now, if that was like Ichiro or somebody, they probably would have caught that. Matt Kemp isn't the best defensively, and I think it definitely showed this game why I personally wouldn't use that card in center field. Next batter of the game, we have Sandoval. I was on it just a bit over the top there, and we do ground out the first, but we do get a 1-0 lead. Next inning, he gets somebody on, does a hit and run with a full count, and man, there's not much you can do about that. That was a really good pitch. Good job by my opponent to put the ball in play and make something happen there, though, on the hit and run. You don't see that too often. I'm a big fan of hit and run. So we do have runners on corners and nobody down, so we have to work ourselves out of a nice little jam here. We throw a high fastball, get him to pop up. Didn't throw too many high fastballs to Dickey, but he did try to chase that one. We get a pop up to the catcher. Next batter, we throw a knuckleball down. I probably should have went inside again, but he hit it pretty deep to center. Jones makes a nice running catch, and that's why I'm playing Jones pretty much for his defense, and he hits righties okay. So my opponent does get sac fly and ties it up 1-1. Moving on to the second. Jake Lamb up, rips a double down the line. He was playing down. I think he's playing up again today, though, but he rips a double down the line, and that's a nice start to the inning. We get a leadoff double there. Next batter, we have a 2-2 count. Tries to throw it middle in there, and he rips another gapper there, and we're going to go up 2-1. And I think that was Adam Jones, actually. Yeah, I think that was Adam Jones, so good hit by Jones. We bunt the runner over to third. Next batter, we work to another full count with Michael Saunders, and we're just trying to put the ball in play, and we go up the middle for a base hit. So definitely worked Fernandez really well. It paid off. I had a few balls find holes, I guess. But we do get 3 runs early on him, and we get to another full count here. And he actually went to Chapman already at this point. He already took out Fernandez, but we stayed on that changeup, worked to full count. Chapman hit into a double play. I thought I was on the ball well, but sometimes that happens. Next inning, we're cruising right along. We make him pop up another knuckler to the catcher, get out of the inning, 3-1. So this has probably been my best opponent I've faced yet. No disrespect to the other opponents, but this guy was a 1900 plus opponent. He still has Chapman in. He walked a few guys, and then Pablo. I should have just bunted here. I wasn't trying to not bunt for a hit, but just sack bunt because I hit in way too many double plays with Pablo. That's why I'm not a huge fan of that card. And then we get another runner on, and then Adam Jones just doesn't hit lefties well since the update, and he flies out. So we stranded some runners there. The double play of the past two balls have really killed us. We definitely could have scored more runs since we had 7 hits. And here, Dickey makes a nice play to stop it, and then he just kind of lollygag throws it to first, and he's safe. I mean, that should have been a base hit anyways. He hit it well. And the next batter, yeah, I was trying to get sneaky and throw a changeup, and it did not work. I was trying to throw it middle in, and I just basically threw it down the middle, and he was on it. And then next pitch, I tried to go back to the knuckler, and I hung this one too. I don't know what the heck was wrong with me. I threw that basically down the middle, so he hits back-to-back shots, and now we have a tie game. So it's 3-3 now, and he makes a pitch inside here. I thought I had a good hit on it, but that's going to end the inning. So we're moving right along here into the 5th inning, and now we have Mr. Edmonds up again, so I want you guys to listen to this next clip. We get it to a full count, and here's what happens.
One thing he always does is play great defense, though. There it goes! See you later!
Edmonds crushes one to center. Good AB by Edmonds. Like, he had 3 or 4 really good ABs this game, and he stayed with it. So we go up 4-3. It's a 6th inning. Feeling pretty confident. My opponent started to get a little more patient. I tried to sneak a fastball by him, and yeah, he made a really good hit there. There's nothing I could do about that. Good hit by my opponent, definitely. A lot of people can't hit that pitch. Then we get it to a 3-1 count. I was trying to throw it just a pitch away. He was a little out in front. I think it was a changeup. Make the easy play there from Valencia at that point, was then at third base. Cruising right along. So it's a tie game. We brought in Diekman, and he rips a single up the middle on a 2-0 count. So it's not looking too good here. I got to get myself out of a little jam. But Diekman does work himself out of it. Gets the strikeout, lefty on lefty. Diekman is super tough. And he goes ahead and brings in Billy Wagner. Like I said, man, this guy was definitely going all out, which I really want my opponents to do. And like I said, I showed him bunt early in the game. It was lefty on lefty. He still didn't take the shift off. I feel kind of bad doing that, but that's kind of on you if you don't do that. And then A-Rod strikes out next AB, so it's going to be a negative 2,500 stubs, I think it is. That's the first time we struck out with A-Rod. I'm not sure if they called that a strike or if they said I went, but we do have one down here in the 7th, and Edmonds is up again and looking to make something happen. I just want to show you guys this entire bat. Lefty on lefty, we fall down 0-2 to probably the best reliever in the game, in my opinion, Billy Wagner. So we're just fighting off pitches, 0-2. Like, I'm just mixing it up. Sometimes I'm trying to fight off the fastball. Sometimes looking slider. We stay on the slider there just enough to foul it off. Wagner is super tough, lefty on lefty, and Edmonds just doesn't have the contact or plate vision. Look how small that PCI is, lefty on lefty. Here we're trying to protect inside. We got just enough to foul it off there. So just staying alive. Just trying to get something we can drive here. Opponent's making super good pitches. We're still down 0-2. We haven't even seen a ball yet. Next pitch from Wagner. Throws a changeup inside, trying to mix it up a little bit, so we go to a 1-2 count here. Yeah, he threw another changeup. I stayed with it, and Edmonds rips it into the gap, and Matt Kemp just cannot get to it. So that's going to score the runner all the way from first, and he only had 48 speed. So again, Matt Kemp, I wouldn't play him in center. Definitely a good card, but that's why I like having Ichiro in center. And next batter, we get a 2-2 count on, and Dexter Fowler. He was a pinch hitter at that time, and he struck out 2 in the inning. But we go ahead and we went to Wagner ourselves, and yeah, just watch this play.
Bruh.
Yeah, I put Ozuna in on a double switch, took out Jones. Ozuna's not bad defensively, but I don't know what happened, so it's not looking good. He's got a 3-0 count, runner on third, 1 down. I'm going to try to pitch around him at this point. I decided to challenge him right here. Makes a pretty decent hit, but A-Rod makes a good play, and we got the infield in, so that's definitely a clutch play by A-Rod. And then we have 2 down, and we have a 3-0 count again. And I don't know what my opponent was doing, but I will take that 3-0 count. We throw a cutter away by Jansen, and he check swung, and I got really fortunate. He put that in play. So we work ourselves out of another little mini jam there. So we're up 5-4 at this point. But Betances is still in the game. We got a runner on first. And we rip another. I thought that should have been just a single, but if you guys watch this again, Matt Kemp is just killing this guy defensively. He scores all the way from first. In my opinion, if that's Ichiro out there, he probably doesn't catch that, but he probably cuts it off and keeps runners on first and second. And then 3-1 count, A-Rod up, he walks him, so we're going to get some stubs back after that strikeout from last time. And then he walks Edmonds, and then Pablo comes up again and leaves some more runners on base. I just couldn't turn on the pitch with Pablo for whatever reason. But we are up 6-4 at this point, and we're trying to close the game down here. 3-0 count to Votto. I was trying to throw a cutter just down the middle, and yeah, I missed a spot there. So he had Arenado left. He decided to pinch hit. Well, I'm like, I had Britton warmed up, you know, my newly acquired reliever, our closer, to our bullpen, and he was ready to go. So I went ahead and put him in because I knew he didn't have many pinch hitters left at the time, but he had one more left, and that was Hanley Ramirez. So yeah, lots of strategy here late in the game. So I decided to leave Britton in. I know he has Cano on deck, and then his pitcher, which he doesn't have any pinch hitters left. Pretty much throw a sinker for a strike there. We get ahead 0-2, and we just throw a slider down and in. He's way out front. Britton is nasty, guys. I mean, he's just amazing. And then Cano, we throw a slider away. He lays off. At this point, I'm thinking my opponent is trying to stay back a little bit, but I'm not sure. I still want to be careful. So we go with a sinker away. And he's way, I think he was looking slider. He was way late there. And then we go back to a slider here. Hung it a little bit. He made decent contact, but Freddie Freeman makes a nice play. And that is going to be a double play to end the game. So clutch play by Freeman. He's been huge. But Edmonds, definitely player of the game. 3 for 3. 3 amazing at-bats. Got on base every single time. Maybe I should have picked him for my MVP. I don't know. A-Rod, I don't have any home runs with. Although he's not doing bad. He's just hitting singles for me for the most part. But A-Rod does go 2 for 4. And we're going to go ahead and calculate the stubs at this point. So this is going to be our total, guys. We're going to end up with 40,000 total stubs. Now next, I want to give you the options, starting with option A. You can get Syndergaard, Flashback Victorino, Legend Ed Matthews, Flashback Butler. Option B, Louis Tiant, Danny Murphy Live Series, and Fran Cure. And finally, option C, the Diamond Brett Saberhagen on the Royals, and Flashback Crawford. So go ahead and let me know what you guys think I should get, and thanks for watching the video, and make sure to like and sub.